I am at 1 with the bug types. We are taking on Pokemon Violet using only the creepy crawlers of the Pokemon world. Listen, are you listening? To make this even more of a challenge, we will only use 6 bug-type Pokemon for this run, and I'm banning Volcarona because the queen of the bug types is way too good. I'm also banning Scizor because I have no friends to trade a Scyther with. And Heracross is also getting banned for no particular reason other than everybody uses it. The Pokemon Violet bug run starts now. Okay, we need a starter to lead our swarm of bugs, and I have never used a Dewpider before in a run, so that's who I'm selecting to lead the squad. Pretty excited to use the Water Spider. Welcome in Peter Parker. Nemona will be taking Fuecoco for this run, and hopefully our bugs don't get torched too badly. We're heading to Poco Path to nab our second bug type, Scatterbug, no thank you. The one I'm taking might surprise you. We're going with Tarantula. Now let's be honest, when you picked up Tarantula when you were playing Pokemon Violet, you threw it in the trash shortly after catching it because you didn't think it was any good, but I believe underrated can do things for us. Importantly, it learns Sticky Web, which should help us late game if it makes it that long. In our first rival battle, Dewpider takes care of Fuecoco and barely lives a second Thundershock from Palmy thanks to some early HP investment. Water Gun does the job. The bugs get their first W. Okay, I am ready to bring a third bug to the team, and we're grabbing a Nimble just outside of Cortando for no other reason than the fact that the Evo of this little guy is absolutely a wicked design. Welcome in, Ninja. Now, if y'all have seen any of my other videos, then you know that I love my ice types. So we are absolutely adding the bug ice type to the squad. Now, this punk in Cortando, okay, he's not a punk, but I think his name's Glenn. I just don't trust him because he doesn't open his eyes. Anyways, he says he'll trade me a Snom for a Flabebe, but I'm going to pull a fast one on him and give him a Quaxley instead. Dang it, you stupid. Okay, we got a Flabebe. The trade is done, and Snowzalot is on the team. Ice-type Terra, you love to see it. The only threat at the bug gym is Caddy's Teddy Ursa. Its Fury Cutter stacks are actually pretty scary, but Peter Parker has Protect to break the stack, and a final Bubble Beam gives the bugs their first gym badge. I'm over here. Yeah, we look good, and you'd think Clouth being a rock type would be a huge problem, but with Peter Parker being Water Terra, the Giant Crab is no match for the bugs. Our Water Spider is carrying big time early on. Training up for Brassius, underrated evolves into a Spidops. That's massive because Brassius's Pseudo-Wudo gets Rock Throw, and we need someone with some decent stats to stand up against that. Underrated goes for the Terra immediately and chomps through Petalil and Smoliv. And luck is on our side to start the run. Pseudo-Wudo misses a Rock Throw. We would have lived anyway, trust fam. And a second Leech Life chops down the tree. The vibes are immaculate right now because after the battle, Snowzalot ascends to Frostmoth form, which is absolutely glorious, but that will not help us against the giant bird titan. The bird has rock and flying moves. It's a horrifying matchup, and it's time to add a fifth member to help aid the run. A bug who's been defending the honor of bug types since ancient times. Welcome aboard Cleavor, or whatever the name is in Korean. I really hope it's not a swear word. I had to trade my Necrozma from Pokemon Home to get this glorious bug. Yes, I know I got absolutely fleeced in the trade, so like the video for me sacrificing my Necrozma for this run. We go for a Swords Dance against the bird, and a Torment into Knackley is clutch for us because all it takes is one smackdown to beat our second Titan. Giacomo, your dark types are weak to bug. The Swarm has no problem here. Time for our second rival battle with Nemona. Underrated Leech Life through Rockruff and Palmy, leaving Nemona with only her Crocolore. But we have Dewpider with Water Bubble as the ability, and a Liquidation rocks Crocolore. Nemona's done. And a massive Evo after the battle as Peter Parker evolves from Red Spider-Man to the Black Spider. Iono's Electrics, in my opinion, are one of the toughest fights in this game, so we're leading with the Cleavor Swords Dance, but our stone-wielding bug gets parried by a Spark. Fortunately, we fight through and finish with a Smackdown. Bellibolt comes out for Iono and nearly knocks out Cleavor with a Water Gun crit. We're pivoting to Underrated, who almost dies to a Spark, but brings down Bellibolt with a Leech Life. I'm recklessly leaving Underrated in against Luxio too. Terrabug Leech Life for, not as much damage as I would have liked, and this might be the end of Underrated. The Spidops disrespect needs to stop. The legend lives on 3. A Silk Trap to lower Luxio's speed, and we have to turn to our starter. And that spark stings. Liquidation from Peter Parker easily ends Luxio. Iono's ace Mismagius has Charge Beam, but Araquanid is so dang tanky that we take the hit and almost one-shot Mismagius with a liquidation. Our options are not ideal though. Everyone is weak except Ninja and Snozelot, and respectfully to Ninja, it's trash until it evolves, so it's up to Snozelot. And our Frosty Moth fights through confusion and wins the battle for us with a struggle bug. That battle was a war, but the bugs come through without a life lost. Before we move on, I want to add the final member to the bug team. And y'all might not be fans of Reller, but this little one was a part of our first series on the channel, so we're bringing peace back onto one of our teams. Now you'd think Mela's fires would scare the bugs, but Araquanid is a cheat code. Holy crap, it's enormous. Look at the size of this thing. Down goes Torkoal to a liquidation. The Starmobile actually starts using Swift. I mean, once you start using Swift in a battle, you've been mentally broken. This battle is over. Alright, I'm proud of this group, but we can't be running around out here with Pokemon that aren't fully evolved. That's just craziness. We're getting Ninja up to the level cap. Oh my god, what a beautiful Pokemon. And we're getting Peace evolved too by pushing this ball of sludge uphill. And we have a Rabsca. We've run into trouble against Kofu's Waters. Slam takes Peter Parker down to low health, and I don't really want to switch out in case he goes for Terra Water Crabhammer. We stay in, Kofu misses the Slam, Leech Life connects, Kofu misses Slam again. I'm telling you, Slam is one of the worst moves Pokemon has ever made. 80 power, 75 accuracy, it's going to fail you. I'd run Tackle over Slam all day, every day. I could promise you that. The Starmobiles are always trouble, but our starter comes through for us once again, landing Chilling Waters to lower the attack of the poison-based Starmobile. Ninja comes in for cleanup duty, and the bugs move on. Hey, I'm up here.
Our bug team might not be the biggest and toughest, but we're going to fight to the end.
It's really a shame Larry only gets to use 3 Pokemon. I don't know why at this point in the game he only has 3, but we're not complaining. Bug supremacy. Nemona's Lycanroc and Skeleturge are monsters for our team to face, but our Kleavor is max speed and outpaces Lycanroc for a one-shot with Brick Break. Skeleturge's Torch Song can't really do much damage to Peter Parker, and a couple water attacks wipes out the Croc. Okay, I'll be honest, our 6 bugs are doing way better than I thought they would. We're on set mode, no potions, no items, and we're still kind of dominating. But I have a feeling we're in trouble as we go into the Elite Four. Poppy's Steels are a horrible matchup for us, and her Corviknight in particular basically walls our entire team. I'm leading with Underrated. Magnezone has Sturdy, so we're setting up with Spikes to break the Sturdy when it enters battle. Copperajah goes for Stealth Rocks. That's awful for us because we're looking at 25% damage every time one of our bugs enters battle. A Spidops Low Kick does big damage to the Elephant, but Underrated is going to have to stand in against a Heavy Slam. Big live from Underrated. We're pivoting to our starter. Unfortunately, after Stealth Rock Chip and a Heavy Slam, our giganticized Spider is hurting, but a Liquidation eliminates Raja. Not ideal to burn our Terra on a half-health Pokemon, but I need Araquanid to lower Corviknight's attack with a Chilling Water. The Brave Bird hits, and that did more than I thought. We almost lose Peter Parker, but the Chilling Water connects, and we get the attack drop. At -1 attack, Ninja should be able to survive a Brave Bird and finish with an Axe Kick. We lost Ninja. The Stealth Rock damage was just enough to let Brave Bird finish us. We're down to 5 Pokemon. And that stupid bird is still alive. Kleavor takes the field for the bugs and a Swords Dance to boost up attack. Iron Head hurts, but the original bug hangs in there and gets the KO with an Acrobatics. Poppy still has 3 Mons, but Kleavor cares not for your Steel types. Close combat wipes out all of them, and our axe-wielding bug champion lifts us past Poppy. Larry's flying types are terrifying for a bug team, but we have Snozelot, and after going for Terra Ice and a couple Quiver Dances, Air Slash isn't doing much, and our Icy Moth is ready for action. A domination by Snows-a-Lot, and we're on to Hassel and his evil squadron of dragons. But Snows-a-Lot is on fire, and the Icy One takes the lead for us again. Terra Ice, Super Fang does massive damage to Snow, a Quiver Dance, and at +1 special defense, I'm risking it all and going for another Quiver Dance. We tank the incoming Air Slash, and an Ice Beam obliterates Noivern, Haxorus, Dragalge, Flapple, Baxcalibur, all of you can get beamed. Snows-a-Lot, who was barely used before in this run, has put the bug team on its back with back-to-back sweeps. Time for Gita. Cleavor, who's been pivotal to this run, leads for us, and we're setting up with a Swords Dance. Espathra is copying our attack boost, but here's how much that's going to help you. Not at all. Acrobatics for the KO. King Gambit 4 times weak to fighting. Goodbye. Cleavor is a one-bug wrecking crew because it has super effective hits into almost all of Gita's Pokemon. We're down to a team of 5, but we're doing big things. Arven, Clavel, and Penny, yeah, they were no match for the Swarm. We're off to Mesagosa for our final rival battle with Nemona. Cleavor outpaces Lycanroc with a close combat. That's it for the doggo. I'm leaving Cleavor in to take care of Orthworm too, only we don't get the finish. One of our best Pokemon, done. That's a huge loss at this point in our journey. Underrated lowers Orthworm's speed with a Silk Trap, then Revenge kills Orthworm with a low kick. Pawmot is actually terrifying for our team, but Underrated tanks a double shock and gets some chip damage with a Shadow Claw. And Peter Parker swaps in to finish off the Electric Fighter with a Liquidation. The Dunsparce comes out for Nemona, and after exchanging blows, we're forced to switch Araquanid out. Snows-a-Lot comes in, gets blasted by a Hyper Drill, but is able to get the finish with an Ice Beam. Snow Quiver Dances up against Goodra and barely survives a second Dragon Pulse, but after an Ice Terra, it's a one-shot with Ice Beam. Araquanid is too low on health to be swapped in, so we're leaving Snows-a-Lot in to take on Skeledirge. But the Air Slash isn't enough for the finish. An Earth Power puts a stop to Frostmoth, and our bug team is down to only 3 members. Peter Parker is able to tank a Shadow Ball and put an end to Nemona with a Liquidation against Skeledirge, but the squad is in a bad place. We only have 3 Pokemon to face Turo's roided up Superbots. And the 3 Pokemon we have left are among the slowest in the game too, so our only chance to win this is by setting up Trick Room. Peace leads for the bugs, and after getting hammered by a Fiery Dance, we set up Trick Room, and 1 Earth Power wipes out Iron Moth. Iron Thorn's a powerful rock type, but Earth Power is quad super effective. Bang! We only need to get through 4 more. We have 2 turns of Trick Room left. Peace outspeeds Iron Jugulis and gets massive damage with a Dazzling Gleam, but a Dark Pulse finally stops Peace. We're down to 2 Pokemon. Underrated comes in to beat back Jugulis, but Iron Bundle is coming in right when Trick Room expires. That's not great for us. We're able to drop Bundle's special attack with a few Skitter Smacks, but eventually Underrated goes down to Drill Pecks, and the Bug Run rests on the oversized water bubble head of Peter Parker. This is it. We're going for the Terra Water and setting up with a Rain Dance. We might actually have a shot at pulling this out. Freeze Dry shouldn't do much damage to us with Bundle's special attack drop. A freeze at the worst possible time. 1 turn still frozen. Bundle lands a Freeze Dry, another turn frozen. Turo reverses the weather with a Snowscape. Finally we wake up, and Bundle goes down to a Leech Life. Iron Hands comes out for Turo. We land a big Liquidation, but we're going to have to survive a Thunder Punch. Down goes our starter. The bugs are finished. We lost. But when the Swarm falls, it's an atrocity that one bug will never let go unanswered. She comes when they most need her. While she stands, her army still has hope. You know her as Volcarona. Her swarm knows her by a different name. The Queen. She is different than the other bugs. When the Queen fights, she fights alone. Or she needs no help. we lost, but the honor of the bug type remains intact thanks to their queen. See you on the next one.